So, welcome to today's lesson in creating a startup, a profitable one in 100 days or less. So, today I'm going to talk about ChatGPT and specifically the paid version. So, the reason I think this is so important is that it's going to help you with so many things. You'll be watching this video and reading this on LinkedIn, and this is created with the help of ChatGPT. So, what I've done is I've created a basic profile, but the beauty of the paid version is it can start to remember all the things about you. So you want to load a lot of information as much as possible so it starts to understand who you are, how you think, what kind of language you want to create. And it just means that the outputs are so much better. So if we go into settings, I've got a couple of things here as we turn off this so that they're not sharing their data with everybody. And one of the things that you want to be looking at is personalization and memory. So you want to train it to start to remember certain things. You can see here, remember that I like concise responses. And so the more information you can give it about you and what that looks like, the better the results will be. So let me give you a short example. So first off on here, we've got some very basic branding prompts. These denote how ChatGPT writes the summary of this particular video that you're watching. So what it does is that we want it to be explicit as possible. So this is the number of words, just so it's a short post each time. Our personality, our target market, our brand personality is challenger, status quo. The tone is straight talking, factual language, avoid hyperbole and excessive jargon. I find one of the biggest things with ChatGPT is that unless you are quite specific about this kind of thing, it gives you all of these words that just don't make a lot of sense, or they're just hype, which you see a lot in marketing anyway, especially things like, top notch and all of those things. You can almost tell immediately it's written by ChatGPT. So loading that in is just one way of ensuring that it constantly gives you a better output than most people that don't go this deep. But I'm going to actually show you something a little bit more intuitive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say is read the following book that I'm uploading and let me know that you understood content. Type in. It's worse when people are watching and you're recording something. I'll then ask you some specific questions. And it'll say, yes, please upload the book. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a book that I wrote a summary of before here on LinkedIn, which is Understanding Michael Porter. So you're going to see how quickly that it reads this book and begins to understand it. It's now making a lie of me and it's a little bit slow. Normally this is within a couple of seconds. I'll just pause this while it finishes. Okay, there's a small glitch there, so I've just reset that. So it's going to tell you that it successfully reviewed that. Let me know what aspects you have. Okay. So what I did on LinkedIn is that every week for a year, I created my own version and summary of the book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my summary now. So I'm going to ask it the same sort of thing. Please review. All right, well, I'll come back to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload, please review the book summary I'm going to attach and learn how I think about certain aspects of the book. Do you understand? Yeah. It's good to actually give it short, sharp things with some of these things. Otherwise, it'll just spit out a whole bunch of information because you haven't been explicit. So let me attach the file for that one. Understanding Michael Porter. So that's the summary. Done. Okay. All right. So again, it's actually gone straight into giving me that information, which I didn't ask it for. Okay, specific questions. Okay, so please compare the full book and my written summary and provide me with the similarities and also the differences in the two examples. Okay, so let's see what it comes back with. So it's got similarities, nature of competition, competitive convergence, 5 forces, competitive advantage, trade-offs, value chain. Okay. I'm interested in differences. Okay, depth of analysis. So this has a high-level overview, yes. That's the whole point. So what else? Nuances of industry structure. I possibly felt that was too kind of detailed for a summary. Exploration of misconceptions, detailed frameworks. Obviously, I didn't do that either. Full book, discussions on topics of operational effectiveness. Your summary focused on that. Okay, so it's the conclusion. Your summary effectively captures the essence of the ideas, particularly around competition. However, it is more concise and lacks the detailed explanations, case studies, etc., which you'd expect anyway. But what I'm doing is I'm training this to understand it. So what I'm going to say now is, please remember the review I created as a way to understand competition. And then it's in memory updated. So what that means is it's now putting that into its library of memory. And so when it starts to create content for you, blog posts, articles, it's actually using things that are important to you and your mental models and how you're thinking. And so what it's going to do over time as you build more and more of these out, if you add your bio, if you add things that you've written, if you've put information that's important and told it to remember that, it will start to use all of that when it is creating information back to you that helps you do that. One thing you want to do is ensure that you have assertive curiosity and you evaluate judgment. And so you want to push back on things that don't seem right to get it to just get better and better in the subtleties and nuances. And so that's how you can use ChatGPT in your new business to ensure that it actually giving you some relevant, specific and good results rather than just using what most people do is just, spit out 5 answers to this, and it doesn't really learn from who you are. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope it helps you in building out some of your repository of information here on ChatGPT. Thanks for watching.